Debbie Calhoun from Southeastern Cellular. Let me tell you about the perfect match. Singular's new push-to-talk feature and our new extended coverage area. That's right, now there's no need to carry two phones, one for push-to-talk and one to work in rural areas. Southeastern Cellular now has both in one unit. Come to any of our Southeastern Cellular locations for details.
Hey everybody, it's Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys. Welcome to this week's episode. We're still down in Odenville, Alabama. Cruise in first Saturday night of each and every month through October here in Odenville. Always have a great cruise in. A lot of cars, a lot of good people come down here to the cruise in. So, you know, if you're watching the show, make sure you hit it before October because October's the last one. Got some great cars coming up this week. You don't want to miss them, so sit back and relax. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for Big Boyz Toys. Tonight, your host Barry Miller will bring you the sleekest, trimmest automobiles from around the area that have been beautifully restored. If you love streamlined, full-force race cams, then this show is for you. So sit back, but don't get too relaxed. This is Big Boyz Toys.
Looking for great savings on new and pre-owned cars and trucks? Then head on over to Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC. Our courteous and knowledgeable sales team is ready to show you our huge selection of cars and trucks at out-the-door prices. Don't settle for our competition's offer. At Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC, we're committed to sales, service, and customer satisfaction. So head on over to Ron Newton's. We'll treat you right. That's Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC, top of the hill, Quintard.
First vehicle, 49 Business Coupe, Plymouth. George Robertson. George, welcome to Big Boyz Toys.
Nice to meet you.
It's not many of these around. I was looking at it down there. It just looked short to me. It looked like somebody shrunk it, put it in a dryer. But then I got to looking, I said, that's really a big car if you get there looking at it. Tell me a little bit about your car.
Well, it's a 49 Business Coupe. I've had it completely off the frame. Nothing bolted in it's been taken out. Everything's been redone in it from the front to the back.
Is it many of these around? Because this is the first one I've seen probably in 2 years. I seen one in Biloxi, been about 3 years ago.
Well, I was told there was 700 of this model made. The rest of them's got windows behind the door, and this is one of the models that did not have a window in it.
So this is actually the original color it came to?
Right.
How long did it take you to restore it and do everything you've done to it?
I have been working a year on it, but that's just about every day and every night since I've had it.
Well, it gives you something to do and pass the time. It's,
right.
Now, what size motor and all is in it?
I've got a 350 Chevrolet with 3-speed automatic.
And the motor just wouldn't run fast enough, would it?
Just wouldn't keep up with the rest of them.
Yeah.
The only thing that's been changed is motor and transmission.
And actually, when it's idling up through here, they don't know the difference because it's not a street rod. It's not got headers and all that stuff. So a lot of people will think it's an original car.
Yeah, well, I treat it like it's original. We don't get it over 70 miles an hour. I just put that 8 in it for the sound.
Now, did you do the paint work and all on it, or just the motor work? Or?
I did everything myself. I've took every mold in it, in and out, and put it back all myself.
So the motor and all you put in, too?
Yes.
Did you build it, or was it just a motor you took out of something else?
It's a crate engine that I put in.
A lot of people are putting the crate engines in there because you don't have a lot of problems on the crate motors.
Well, that didn't fit right down on the frame. I didn't have to make no modifications or anything. It just bolted right on down.
Now, you live around this area, too?
I live down in Branchville.
Branchville's a little bit that way, but don't speed through Branchville because they will put you in jail.
Yes, they will.
A ticket. Anything else you got to do to it?
I say I'm about 70% finished with it. After I get everything going on again, I want to get it looking a little bit nicer and everything.
Right. And, you know, you're always doing cosmetic work on it and stuff like that, but, you know, you've got the major body work and the major car and motor work. A lot of people do the running gear first, get it perfect, then work on the body, and the cosmetics come, you know, it comes natural. You'll do that anyway.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do now. I've got it where it's running with no problems. Said all the chrome, everything's original on it.
Did you have to redo the chrome or just shine it up a little?
Well, I have been on all these swap meets, and I've bought a piece here and bought an old car and bought some chrome off of it. So.
And it's probably hard to find one of them to use as a parts car.
I haven't seen another one since I've owned that car.
You probably find parts for it on the internet and all
Right.
that. I bet it's probably hard to find a parts car like this, to get the different parts, because like the big chrome in front of the fender there, that's a big piece of chrome.
Well, that piece of chrome right there, I didn't have but one when I bought the car, and I looked everywhere for it. And I ended up buying a four-door 49 just to get that chrome off of it.
Just to get that one piece of chrome.
Right.
Could you get anything else off of it?
Well, I got a lot of the chrome off of that car, and I got the heater and the windshield wiper motors and stuff like that out of it.
You have a shop that you just took it apart and...
I built me a garage to keep it in. I work on it at my
If I
home.
took that thing apart, I'd have to have buckets with it writing on it, what screw goes where.
That's just about what I did. I marked everything where it went, tried to put it back.
Because you could take it apart, get you a bucket, mark it, screws and all, but when I put it back together, I'd have screws left over. I'd always.
Well, I've got a bucket of bolts left over.
It's like swings. Bought my daughters a swing when I was 7 years old. That's been 15 years ago. I don't never look at directions.
I don't either.
That seesaw stayed back the whole time I had it because I wasn't taking it back off. I didn't put it together. I wasn't taking it back off. But my wife come out, she said, look at all them bolts and all left over. I said, that's your spares they send you. They send you spare. I know they don't send you spares,
Yeah.
but they just send you spare bolts. Tell you what, it's a good-looking vehicle. What do you think about the Oval Cruise in? Piggly Wiggly,
It's great.
I mean, they've had this one now, I think, going on, 3 or 4 years here at the Pig. But, first Saturday night of every month, I might be in Anniston, Oxford, Springville, Tuscaloosa, Trussville, wherever. They talk about the cruise in at the Piggly Wiggly because it's one of the biggest around. Have a lot of cars, and people bring the cars out, and people just have a blast.
Yeah, there's a crowd here every time, without problem.
Friday nights, this show will be over this Friday night. I'm in Gunnersville, the second Friday night of every month, a big show, and we have a great time up there, too.
Yeah.
Tell you what, good-looking vehicle. Appreciate you
All right,
being on the show.
appreciate it.
That scared me. We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toyz. When you have an accident and your car breaks down the road, you have so much on your mind, you don't know where to turn. I've got your answer. Skinner's Body Shop and Record Service here in Oxford, Alabama has 24-hour towing 7 days a week. They'll be there when you need them. Also, remember, when you do have that unexpected accident, you can choose the body shop of your choice to repair your vehicle. And the Skinner name has been known for professionalism and attention to detail for service for their customers for over 45 years. So stop by or call Skinner's Body Shop today. Tell them Barry Miller sent you by. A lot of people, when you say molded carpet, they don't know what you're talking about. Auto Custom Carpet right here on Noble Street, downtown Anniston. Ken Hell and his staff, they have molded carpet for your vehicle. Molded carpet means it fits right in your vehicle. Pre-cut, all you have to do is pick out the color, tell them the make of the car, go in there on Monday, order that carpet. Guess what? Towards the end of the week, they'll be calling you to pick it up. Go home, it will lay right in that car. Any type car made, they have it right there at Auto Custom Carpet. Go by today or call and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. In the state of Alabama, one thing that better be working perfect is that air condition. For all of your central heating and air conditioning needs, contact Wayne Mizell at Mizell Heating and Air Condition here in Oxford. They are state certified, bonded, and insured. Wayne and his staff do service, installation, new construction, and that yearly inspection. Every time you get a yearly inspection on that air conditioning unit, they check the Freon and check everything out, and it saves on that power bill. So give them a call today at 835-0509. Tell them Barry Miller told you to come. 1968 Camaro, Herbert Martin. Herbert, welcome to Big Boyz Toyz. Nice to meet you. Tell me a little bit about this Camaro, because it's kind of unique, the color of it. Tell me about your car.
It's original color, ash gold, original motor, just about all original except for the paint.
Where'd you find it at, first of all? I know you didn't have it
Illinois.
since it's new.
No.
Illinois.
Had it nearly a year.
So you had to go a long ways to get it.
A long way, 12
Where'd you
hours.
find it on the internet or
Yep,
something?
eBay.
So you was actually just looking for Camaro and this one just popped out
Popped
at
up,
you.
yes sir.
So you just actually looked at the pictures on the internet and that's all you got to go by?
That's it.
Now, is there a particular reason you wanted a 68 Camaro?
Yeah, Daddy gave me one when I graduated, and graduation night I wrecked it. Lady kicked me in the side, tore it, totaled it.
First night you had it.
First night after I got it painted and ready to go.
That was bad.
That's pretty
Graduation
bad.
night. ain't it?
Graduation night.
Graduation night, first time you ever got to drive your car, and somebody's going to bust into the side.
Tear it up.
What happened to that one? Just,
I worked on it for a long time and then sold it and bought me another one. Bought a new one. Got tired of working on them.
bought you a new car.
Yeah, bought a new car.
Do you ever wonder where that Camaro is at now?
Yeah, I'd like to know where it's at.
Actually, is there a way to find out, Reggie?
I wouldn't know how to find out.
How do you find
I don't even have the VIN number.
I actually had a guy on the show one time that had a Trans Am when him and his wife got married. He sold it because they had kids. He found the same car and bought it back 25 years later. The same car. And this is up in Hartsville, Alabama, and it freaked me out, but he says he actually found the original car. But he never told me how he found it. I don't know if it was just run up on it and it happened to be the same one or what, but he actually found the same car. What have you done to it since you've had it?
Just steering and exhaust.
Would you put power steering on it?
No, so just had all the steering redone. It was original steering parts, had all of it redone.
So it was just having a problem with the steering?
Yeah. A lot of play.
Anything you got to do to it besides cosmetics? Because I don't see anything
That's
to do
it.
to it.
I believe it's through.
It's running a what kind of engine?
327 original motor.
327
original block.
Automatic, 4-speed?
Yes, automatic.
Automatic. If you look at the 68s, most of them is street rodding them out a little bit. They put bigger motors. They've done this, that, and other to them because they didn't want them original.
Right.
But when you find an original one, you better hold on to it.
Better hold on to it.
And we was talking earlier when I talked to the guy with the Mustangs, before the Camaros, they quit making them for a while. But they're coming back in a year and a half. But the Camaros and the Mustangs are cars that's kind of stayed popular throughout, ever since they come out.
Pony cars.
And back in the late 60s, Chevrolet, Ford, Mopar, they were struggling hard competing to make the true muscle car to beat the other ones out. And, and I've had Cudas on there, I've had Mustangs, I've had Camaros, Really in the late 60s, Chevrolet had Camaros, had Chevelles, they had a little bit of everything. And the Mustangs really had the Mustangs. Well, they had the Cyclones, but Cyclones are good on the big end, but the little end, them Chevelles would just wear them out. So nothing else you want to do to it?
Nope, sir. It's finished.
Now you live where?
Straight Mountain.
Straight Mountain, where's this located?
Right above Odenville.
Right, oh, you ain't far from home. Now, did you drive out to get the car and haul it back?
Yes, sir.
Or what?
Hauled it back.
Was it in anticipation going out? Did you say, well, I hope it looks like it did
Yes, sir.
when I bought it?
Yeah, I called him before I bought it, and he said it looks just like I described it.
And you said, I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
How long did it take you to get there?
12 hours.
Picked it up, turned around, come right back.
Took 13 hours to get home.
Oh, now what was the extra hour coming back?
Sir?
You had 12 hours to get there?
I drove a little bit slower on the way home.
I started to say you had a little bit more cargo on there
A little bit
coming
more
back.
on there.
Tell you what, good looking Camaro, appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toyz. Keach Optical, right here on Quintard Avenue. They're across from Amco Transmission on Quintard. I tell you what, the staff in their place are second to none. Hearing aids, they have hearing tests in there. They got hearing aids in there. And glasses, he's got any kind of glasses you want. He has the type like I wear, it has no frame on it. He has these with the clip on it for sunglasses, just about anything. They have a doctor on staff that can do your prescription, and they also the hearing test right there. They do it right there in the place and get your hearing aid today. Most turnaround on the glasses, they say turnaround's about 24 hours, maybe 2 days at max, turn around your glasses. He puts a 10 in them. He does anything right there. So go by there and tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. Mount Cheahaw Harley-Davidson right here in Oxford, Alabama, Davis Loop Road. They're your Harley-Davidson dealer for this area. In my opinion, they're a Harley-Davidson dealer all areas. Stop by and see Keith and George today. They have about 40 Harleys on display. Buy a new Harley. They have used Harleys. Clothes, you people like the Harley leather. They got any type of Harley clothing you want. Helmets, you name it, it's right there. All you guys with Harleys want to put that extra chrome on that brand new Harley. They got any type of chrome you could want. Stop by Mount Cheahaw Harley-Davidson today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. Looking for a classic car? Don't know where to look? I got the answer for you. Austin Hines Motors in Arab, Alabama. Austin has 55, 56, 57 Chevrolets, Camaros, Chevelles, Novas, Corvettes, any type of classic car you could want, he has it in one location. They have over 100 classic cars in stock. They also have cars that you can rebuild yourself and restore yourself right there at that location. He's also the largest wrecker and rollback dealer for this area. So call Austin today, 256-931-2277. Tell him I told you to call. 06 Renali Mustang, Ryan Watkins. Ryan, welcome to Big Boyz Toyz. And Rob.
Thanks, sir.
You'll see Rob again here in a minute. We're going to talk to Ryan first about this Mustang. First of all, how old are you?
16.
16 years old. You got a girlfriend? All right, girls, he's got one. Y'all don't even pay no attention to it. Now let's talk about your car. Tell me a little bit about your Mustang.
Well, it's 06, and I bought it out of Detroit and took it to the factory about 10 miles down the road from the actual car lot, and they did the whole package for me, the paint and everything.
So actually, it was just a regular '06 Mustang when they started.
Stock, bare bones.
So actually, where they did the work is at Renali, was about right there in Detroit.
Yes, sir.
So you just went to marking on a piece of paper.
Well, kind of, but I didn't. I had to help with the money also, so I didn't get to choose everything.
When you help with the money, you don't choose everything, do you? Okay, what color do you call it?
Cracked peppermint gray.
And that's the only one, right?
In the U.S., yes.
One of one in the U.S. Now, when they take it to the factory, how long does it take them to do everything that's done to it?
Mine took about 4 weeks, I do believe, something like that. I couldn't stand it every day. I was like, we should hurry up and get here.
Okay, what size motor's in it?
V6.
V6? It don't sound like a V6.
Oh, no, sir. It sounds
Oh,
like
no,
a
sir.
V8.
It sure don't sound like a V6. Now, actually, if you look at the difference that and a GT Mustang, there's a lot of difference. Me sitting there looking at it, and I look at them every day. I know the tailpipes coming out the bottom, the exhaust, the wheels, the little scoops on the side. He's got the signal lights in this thing is like remember the old T-Birds where it started from, we call it sequence, right? It starts from the inside, goes out, is how they got the signal lights on this car made. What's the farthest you got to drive it so far? Odenville?
I hadn't really went too far yet.
So you actually from Cedar Bluff. When you took it out the first time, what'd your friends say? I know because they hadn't never seen one because there's one of one.
Oh, they were all saying, that's bad, man.
And they knew what it was, but it don't look like a Mustang.
No, I had some people thought it was the new Shelby that was coming out.
Somebody said, is that a Shelby? I said, nope. And they said, is it a Celine? I said, nope. They said, what is it? I said, he told me the name of it, but I forgot. Now I know. Because I told them that it was just one, and they delivered it to you, right?
The owner of the company drove it down to me.
The owner of the company that done it?
Yes, sir.
Was you sitting at home waiting?
No, they tricked me. I was on my way home from church, and they had it in the garage, and I opened the garage door, and I went, holy crap.
And it was there?
It was there.
So you didn't know it was coming?
They told me Thursday, but they brought it in on Sunday.
Oh, Sunday before the Thursday. When'd you turn 16?
July 26th.
So you got it after your birthday. What do you do in the afternoons?
Well, sometimes I go riding around, but not all the time the way gas is.
Son, you better get. I started to say you better get your job to Piggly Wiggly and Cedar Bluff putting up produce to buy gas.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have to buy gas. You're gonna have to buy her something to eat. You ain't gotta buy her clothes. But you know, I mean, back then you could buy gas for 26 cents a gallon. You could go to the movie and all. We could go out $10. We'd have a good time.
Yeah.
Nowadays, son, you ain't gonna get from here to that car for $10.
Well, actually, it don't cost a whole lot to fill it up. I was below half a tank on the way down here and got it for $26 or something.
Half a tank.
Yeah, not half a tank. So it's all right on fuel mileage.
If it's 26 cents a gallon, it costs you $5 to fill it up.
Yeah, that'd be a whole lot better.
Is there anything else you want to do with the car?
Not really. I supposed to put a cold air intake kit on there and a gauge kit.
Got about 15 minutes.
They didn't put that on from the
If
factory.
you want to get involved,
No, it's just the factory right now.
What kind of stereo system you got in?
$100
Got a Kenwood head unit and then MTX speakers. It sounds pretty good.
So you got everything you need.
Yeah, it's set.
All you need is Dad to give you about $30, pick up the gal, and head on out.
Yep.
He's ready. And 16 years old, you ready, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Can you take the Viper?
I'm gonna get a little better.
Your mama's sitting over there before you answer that question.
I'm gonna get a little better with that car than I will. I think it scares me.
Best thing you need to do, anytime somebody asks you that, I don't care if it's me or who, if your daddy and mama's within 50 yards, say, no, sir, I don't race my car. I drive around and have fun, let people look at it. Always remember that, son. Because if your mom and daddy ain't happy, guarantee you ain't going to be happy.
Oh, no, I won't race it.
Yeah, because if your mama catches you racing, you're going to pick up your girlfriend with your 10-speed with a picture of your car in your hands. Say, look at him. Mama's got this car.
Yep.
Are you still nervous? It ain't bad, is it? You sure? You got a good-looking Mustang. Appreciate you being on the show. Appreciate you coming up. I'm going to ask a guy next. I got a guy coming up next, got old black Viper. I'm going to see if he can take that Mustang, all right? I'm going to see what his answer is.
Well, get on by and see y'all.
Well, I don't really have too much to say in that, but he helped pay for it too.
We'll be right back. Farmers and Merchants Bank. Farmers and Merchants Bank's got 4 locations to serve you. Piedmont, Anniston, Oxford, and downtown Jacksonville. 90 years of service.
I tell you what, Farmers and Merchants Bank is the bank. You know, it's not like any other bank around. You can go in and they get your decision today. They make your decision on a loan or whatever you need right in that location. You have a personal banker that takes care of you right here. Don't have to send it to Birmingham, Charlotte, or anywhere. Go by one of the Farmers and Merchants Bank today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. You know, when someone smiles at you during the day, it kind of makes you feel great all over. Dr. Travis Phillips and his friendly staff right here in Oxford, Alabama, says stop by their office and they'll help put that beautiful smile on your face. They have teeth whitening, general dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, dental hygienist, oral surgery, everything right here in Oxford, Alabama. He has full x-rays and partial x-rays that he does right in his office, and you'll find out right then what he needs to do. They got professional staff. They have a saying, go the extra mile for the beautiful smile. Stop by and tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. You know, 90% of most homeowners don't know they have a pest or termite problem until they have a very expensive repair bill. Why not let the professional staff at Rice Pest Control inspect your home before it happens? With 50 years of experience in Northeast Alabama and with their free termite inspection for new customers, don't you think it's better be safe than sorry? Call Tracy Rice today or one of his sales staff. Tell him Barry Miller told you to call. Hey, if you mention Big Boyz Toyz, you get 50% off your first initial service. So call them today at 1-800-850-4661. Oxford Tire and Alignment, Hammock Drive right here in Oxford, Alabama. They're your RV front end and tire balancing headquarters for this area. They also have the Top Dog muffler systems, and they carry Uniroyal, BF Goodrich, Michelin, Goodyear, and Dunlop tires. You guys with the street rides and the regular cars want mag wheels? This is your one stop for your mag wheels also. They do brakes from passenger vehicles all the way to a 1-ton dually. Front end on passenger vehicles, they're second to none in the area, and they fast and quick. Give Alan or Tommy a call today at 831-6320. Tell them Barry Miller told you to call.
'04 Dodge Viper, Rob Watkins. Rob, welcome to Big Boyz Toyz. Been trying to get it on the show for what, about a year now? Tell me a little bit about your car.
Well, it's pretty much just right now a stock Viper with a few add-ons as far as cosmetics go, but the only performance enhancing we've done is candy and high flow filters and run a little racing fuel every once in a while. But
every once in a while.
That's to come.
I've rode in it. It's every once in a while. I've rode in it, I know. Now this Viper, you went off, got this one too, right? Where'd you find this one at?
We found this one in Jacksonville, Florida. Actually, my kids and my wife was talked about getting one for a while, and they finally convinced me to go ahead and get one. So we found it online in Jacksonville, Florida, and me and my son, who was just bought it online and hopped a one-way flight to Jacksonville, Florida, and went and picked it up and drove it back.
Yeah, he flew down there and drove the car home.
Well, we flew down there and we kind of flew back.
Yeah, flew down, flew back, but you was in the black jet coming back. That's pretty good. Your wife and kids talk you into buying a Viper, and that's pretty good. You can't beat that with a stick.
Now, they call me cheap. They know I didn't want to spend the money.
We should have bought it for you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The Vipers, you know, Dodge come out with the Vipers I reckon to try to compete with the Vets and the Mustangs and the stuff that was still out there. Because Dodge really hadn't had a muscle car in a while.
No.
Until they come out with the Vipers, and you've got the Prowlers out there. But really the Vipers, when they come out with something that would run pretty good stock.
That would hang stock, yeah.
You know, and this one I know runs pretty good stock. I went riding in this car. I know they run pretty good stock. Now, is most of the Vipers black color?
Red and black, and you know, they got in '05, they started throwing a lot of that yellow out, the Millennium yellow,
Like
kind
the
of like your
Millennium
Vet, yeah, and with the stripes. And this past year they've done away with. They went to a hardtop convertible. They've kind of done away from the solid roof coupes. So, but it's a good looking vehicle too, and
they actually go up and go down in the back, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of like the
Cadillac XLR.
Yeah, XLRs do the same thing. They just hide. But the convertible,
from my understanding, they're doing a body change in '08.
Right. And Vipers, they've got the horsepower and the strength and all, and they didn't actually, you know, like the Z06 Corvettes, you can't buy them in a convertible. It's hard tops only because of the horsepower. The Viper come out with the horsepower, but you can still get a convertible.
Right.
So, you know, Viper says, well, if you can buy it, drive it, be able to drive the thing. Now, the wheels and all was already on it? Or?
Oh, yeah. Those are stock wheels. We put I went deer hunting in it one night.
Wait a minute. Well, you went deer hunting in a Viper?
Well, not intentionally. one jumped the road on me, and I jerked, and we'd done some damage on the passenger side. So,
I remember that now.
Yeah, you remember that now.
I remember that now. I mean, it lost me that for a minute. I thought he said he loaded up his rifle and went hunting with a Viper.
But while it was being in the shop, we went ahead and done the wing. A group out of Michigan called Auto Forum Group designed and actually hand-built the wing for it, and the front spoiler system.
But you know how many cars that are wrecked and people tear up missing possums, not deers. I mean, if you hit a deer with this, you're going to tear up something.
But I think what caused me to swerve is just about 4 days before that, we were going somewhere, and my son was actually behind me, and a deer jumped the road in front of me, and I was able to slow down enough, and I think I'd always thought, where would that thing go if I hit it? Would it come in my lap, you know? So, and I think that's why I instinctively
You ought to get
jerked
some of
the
them
wheel.
instead of flames on the front of it. Get some Nissan letters say "Deer Beware" or something, so they'll see you coming. Nothing else you want to do to it?
I'm toying with the idea of there's a company up in Ohio called Hennessy Motorsports, and they'll put a twin turbocharger and get up to about 1,100 horsepower.
Ryan was a little hesitant to answer the question. Would the Viper take the Mustang?
I probably wouldn't beat it if I give him a couple-mile head start.
Ryan, he's going to give you a 2-mile head start and race you over.
Like you say, he's not supposed to be racing, no
He's
one.
not supposed to be racing anyways. And Ryan said, no. I always tell him, Ryan, your mom and your daddy know you don't race. Tell you what, good-looking vehicle. Appreciate you being on the show. White Sydney also, Mike McCall's standing out there grinning like a mule eating briars. But Rob, while you were, I want to thank Piggly Wiggly. Piggly Wiggly, if you notice, is one of our sponsors right over there on the right. That's the Piggly Wiggly here in Odenville, Cedar Bluff. Asheville now is a new store. They help me out. Asheville, Cedar Bluff. Center.
And Collinsville.
And Collinsville. I do the commercial. I know them. That's 5 of them. That's a lot of Piggly Wiggly. Rob, he's got all his managers, Mike. I mean, the whole group of them. They do a super job. They've been a sponsor of ours now over right at 3 years. And you know, when I close every one of the shows, I always tell you, when you see these sponsors, thank them, or if you can use their business, remember it. Any of these towns you in, I know you watch Big Boyz Toys in all those towns. Walk into the Piggly Wiggly, grab the manager and tell them, thank you for sponsoring Big Boyz Toys and buy your groceries. Right?
It works for me.
We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toys. Let me tell you about a place right here in North Alabama that was voted one of the #1 romantic locations in the state of Alabama. Covenant Cove Lodge Marina in Gunnersville, Alabama is that place. From weddings, family reunions, class reunions, bass tournaments, or just that quiet getaway for two, Covenant Cove is your answer. They have the Blue Parrot restaurant and lounge right on property. They have great food, good entertainment each and every night. They will assist you in planning and booking everything for your special event. Call Pam or one of the sales staff today at Covenant Cove and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to call. Triplet Paint and Decorating right here on Wilmer Avenue in Anniston is your home improvement headquarters for this area. They have DeVoe, Benjamin Moore, and Coronado paints that go on good and look great once they're on. They also have all the materials needed to do that special job around the house. Carpets, they carry Shaw and Mohawk. Hardwood floors by Robin, so everything is in one location. Remember, DeVoe, Benjamin Moore, and Coronado paints are used by professionals all over the United States, and it's one of the best on the market. Stop by today, tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to stop by. You know, a great privilege we have as U.S. citizens is that we can vote for a candidate of our choice in a general election regardless of our parties. When we look for a circuit judge, we want someone with integrity, honesty, and knowledge of the law. Brian Howell is that candidate. A graduate of Alexander High School, JSU, and the University of Alabama Law School, Brian has served as citizens in the United States Armed Forces for 13 years and as Assistant District Attorney for 14 years. So Brian is the best candidate for this position. So join me in November and vote for Brian Howell for Circuit Judge. Ronnie Seal, 68 Chevrolet pickup truck. Ronnie, welcome to Big Boyz Toys. Tell me about your truck, Ronnie.
Thank you, Barry.
It's cute.
It's different. It's a 68, been chopped to 2 inches, I think. Some friends and I went to Nashville to a muscle car auction about 2 months ago, and a friend of mine bought it, and he was